What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another video. We are going riding today. You might see the 450 in the background. We're not riding that. We don't like riding big bikes, but we do have some work to do on that and my 450. But we're gonna be riding the fun ones today. Off trail, not on a track. So we're gonna be where we're supposed to be and know where to ride. So we're gonna be taking the 65 out to the trail. My cousin's gonna come with. He's gonna bring his KX65. This is really his first time riding that bike other than pavement. When we went to the track 2 weekends ago, he didn't want to ride it there because he was a little worried about it. He's more comfortable on trails. So see how that goes today. We're gonna put a GoPro on him just in case he biffs it. Hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, I see him going down because he's gone down on his 110 multiple times where we're going. But hopefully there's not deep water because last time he sunk his 110. But we'll get everything loaded up and headed out there. It just opened this weekend, so hopefully it's not too busy. I also haven't had time to go register my 65, so hopefully the bill of sale works. But we'll catch you guys when we get out there. Took us a little bit to get up here, but we finally made it. It is so busy. We are in one of these side lots up here. This is the only place we found to park. They have a poker run going today. Why they would do that on a Sunday, I have no idea. We're still gonna try to go ride. I don't know how good it's gonna be with all the people here. But I mean, I guess we'll get geared up and see and hopefully have a halfway enjoyable time. Alright, go for it.
I need to loosen my brake.
Did you grab the front one?
No, the bottom.
Pick it up, it's leaking gas.
Ugh.
The back one?
Yeah, dude.
It just lock up on you or what?
Yeah. Look. I cannot tell you how swamp ass my swamp ass is right now.
We found a nice little place to take a rest. There's gonna be a lot of that today. We're both struggling. I mean, the 65's, they're a lot different than the 110's on the trail too. Also, the poker run doesn't add into it very well. Might be a very short-lived day. I hope not, but with all these people here, it might be. Some of these people are hauling through here, so we gotta try to get out of their way fast. I don't know if it's a time thing or what it is, but this sucks.
That's what I would feel bad for. There's actually a timed event and you like get paid for this.
Yeah, and you're like holding them back. Yesterday probably would have been the day to come. Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts. Man.
She got a new one.
So it's short-lived, but we're giving up on the day of riding. There's a little hill right there, and his bike won't make it up it. His power bank kicks in so late, so if you're on a hill and it bogs, there's no way to get it back up into the power band and you can't get up this. It'd be fine to stay here and like learn and figure it out if we have 10 people riding by us every 2 seconds and we have to get out of the way. So that's another thing. When he gets off the trail to get out of their way, it makes it to where you can't ride anymore. But we got some other stuff we can do at home, so we'll see you guys when we get there. All right, we just got back from that gruesome riding. Absolutely terrible. I'm full of dust. I can barely breathe because of all the dust I was inhaling on top of the not so fun riding. I have to work on my 450 over there. I do have a new sprocket for it. I will show you guys why I am replacing that sprocket. It is terrible. We'll show you when I get it off, and then I have an oil filter for it so I can do an oil change, and then a new gas shut-off switch because the O-ring went out in mine, so every time I turn it on, it just leaks gas out of there. Yeah, we'll get that back wheel off, and we'll let you guys judge how long ago I should have replaced this sprocket, because it is bad. Well, the sprocket's off. This is my new one. Obviously, brand new, looks good. So everything's good on that one. This is my reason for changing the sprocket. You got missing teeth all around. These teeth are about to snap off. I don't even know if I'd call those teeth anymore, but probably ran this sprocket a little more than I should have. Last year I was riding a timberline trail and it felt like my clutch was slipping, and when I got on the road everything was fine, clutch was fine, so I was not sure what it was until we loaded that up the other day and we saw the sprocket. That probably should have been the first thing I checked when I felt it slipping because it sounded weird too, so it's a good thing we found this before our week-long trip because we'd do a lot of riding on that, but hopefully this new one works. I was having chain issues as well. The chain kept getting looser and looser, like fast. Probably just breaking teeth off and sitting in there how it wasn't supposed to, so we'll get this new one on. It's gonna look good too because it matches my bike, but put thread locker on those bolts and get that new one on and the wheel back on and we'll be good to ride. Now that I have this back tire put on, sprocket looks really good. The only issue we have here is the movement right there. I mean, you can push that down and it tightens it up a little bit, but there's way too much play there, and I'm pretty sure that's why my sprocket stripped. So I do have one of those on the way. It'll be here Tuesday, and I'll just throw that on. My dad is gonna put his he's gonna rebuild his carburetor because it's all messed up, but I don't think I'm gonna put my fuel thing in today because I'm sunburnt and I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna go over to him next to get the carburetor rebuilt on that.
So it's been a couple months since I was last in a video doing this filming stuff. We'll see how well I do. Hopefully I don't fumble too bad. I've got, Dylan and I broke out these 450s, I think last weekend. Just double checking everything, making sure everything was good. Dylan found a sprocket. His sprocket was all beat up, and as you saw, he replaced that. I, on the other hand, had an issue where my carburetor, you can see some of the dirt there. My carburetor, when I started it, was just seeping fuel. It was just constantly leaking. So I went and picked up I ordered a carburetor kit for this bike. I've never done it on a Kawasaki. Doesn't look like it's too bad. We just gotta get a couple things out of the way. Have the gas line here that's running into the carburetor, so we'll have to disconnect that. Got a couple drain lines, but first we need to remove this, and hopefully that'll give us enough room to where we can pull that carburetor out without having to tear the whole bike apart. I don't know. It'll be fun. Well, that was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be easy just to take the side panel off and pull the carburetor right out through this hole here. But as you can tell, the bike is in 100 pieces right now. I'd almost be better off just to pull the whole engine out and rebuild it while I'm at it. We finally got the carburetor out. All the hoses, all that stuff, really nice. So we're gonna start tearing this thing apart now, get all of our gaskets and everything put back in brand new and get it put back in the bike. And then hopefully I can remember where all my parts and pieces go to bolt it back together, because right now I didn't expect it to be this much. So let's dig into this and see if we can't get some gaskets and seals and everything else back to where the carburetor won't leak. So I didn't do a full rebuild on this. I mean, I've still got a couple gaskets that I didn't put in. On the bottom plug here, I didn't like the gasket they gave me, so I pulled out my gasket kit and put a O-ring in it that I thought would fit a little bit better. But yeah, I just did a bottom rebuild. Everything seemed to go together pretty good. Everything was pretty clean for the most part. It was just some of the stuff was leaking. A lot of the stuff on the bottom was leaking. I still might just kind of go over it and clean it up a little bit and start putting the bike back together. Not gonna bore you with me putting it back together because you watched me pull it apart. Well, it's almost back together. I got a few things I've got to fix before I can completely put it back together. I got a new air filter that I need to put in. I bought it last year, I think. It's in my cabinet over there. So I'm gonna oil that one up, put it in brand new. I also, while I was putting it back together, I broke the air box. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to kind of plastic weld that maybe. But we got a few more panels to put on. Got the seat to put on, but it's getting late and I'm tired. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to build our community around here and you guys are doing a great job, but we could always have more. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.